So our second test of this 9 weeks is actually going to be on the 17th and 18th. So I'm lagging. I don't know if it's my internet. Is it better? Maybe. Sorry, I don't know if it's the internet or not. Hopefully it will not be all off and weird. Maybe it's my microphone. We'll see. Sorry. But I'm going to show y'all, aside from our test that we have next week, we are going to have some extra credits that I've been working on for y'all. So it is pretty cool. I'm going to do a screen share. It's brand new, a new module. Let's see. Okay, so can y'all see me? Can you see this? Yes, maybe? Thumbs up? No? Can we see? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Maya. All right, so this is actually the honors page, but I'm gonna switch it to level. All right, so in our level, I just made a new module for y'all, and it is called Extra Credit DIY Labs. This is a chance for some of y'all who want to get your grade up for the 9 weeks. You're gonna click in here, and what we have are a whole bunch of different labs. And this is purely extra credit. So maybe if you did not do very well in the last test, or maybe if you did not do very well the first 9 weeks, this could be a really, really good way for you to get your grades up. You can do up to 10 of them, and each one is worth 10 points added up to a major grade. So if you did a whole bunch of the labs and they're easy and they're fun, it could be up to 100, like a whole nother 100 added on to your test grade. So that can make a huge difference grades wise, like very, 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 very huge. And they're actually really easy and fun to do. So really all you're gonna have to do is pick a lab that you like. There's a whole bunch of them, and then complete it, and then post a video. Like on this page, there's a link. Everyone can see the link to a Flipgrid. So if you do one of these extra credit labs, all you have to do is post a video on there. And I actually did a sample one. Can we still see the screen? Are y'all seeing the thing that says Flipgrid? Let's see. Yes, yes. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna stop this so I can get back to the chat. Yes, okay, so there we go. We're gonna start that again. Okay, there. So this is just an example. This is actually one I did with my daughters. So these are really easy and really fun. And there's 10 different ones you can choose from. Here's just a video. It was them. This was a DIY lava lamp. So you don't even need to make a video for yours. I did just to show y'all. But it was just a little experiment that I did with my daughters. And it's a little mini lava lamp. So that's really all you have to do for that extra credit. So you'll post it in that area where it says record a response. And then I will add 10 points on, and it will be not just 10 points on to like a test. It's going to be its whole separate category of extra credit. So it could really help your grades a lot. And that's going to be open up until December 10th. So I wanted to make sure I told y'all about that today. Just so could make it a really good, easy way to get extra credit opportunity. So that is going to be our new DIY extra credit module. So if you see that in the modules, that's what we're talking about. So I wanted to make sure everyone knew. Do we have any questions about extra credit module, DIY labs? They're all fun, little easy experiments. So no questions. I hope if you need to get your grade up, I figured I wanted to give you an option to do something that would be more fun, hands-on, and not necessarily just a billion more Canvas quizzes. So that was kind of my thinking there. Could be a fun way to get those grades up. Other than that, our other major grades this 9 weeks, we have our test next week. Maya, good question. You can do up to 10. So that could be, like I said, a whole extra major grade that is just purely extra credit that would give you like 100. So I was trying to be super, super generous. You can do up to 10. So it could really improve your grade a ton. And most of them will probably only take a few minutes. Like that little lava lamp, just getting the supplies together. And I also posted some that are PhET labs because I know not everybody has supplies. So those instructions are a little bit different because they're computer modules. But good question. I may even post more, but right now there's 10 and you can do all 10 of them if you want to.
Wait, when is it due?
It's going to be due on by December 10th. So that way I have plenty of time to get your grades finalized for the year.
Okay.
Or for the semester, not for the year, for the first semester.
Okay.
I just realized my volume was really low, so I'm sorry if you couldn't hear me before. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, I just recorded this whole thing, and of course it was very quiet. But okay, so then besides our test next week, we're gonna have one more test coming up. Let me see. I have our schedule here. Ooh. It is gonna be on the 8th and the 9th of December. Okay, that's gonna be our 9 weeks test. That'll be a 9 weeks test, and it'll almost be like a mini final, so it will get you prepared because your final is going to be right after that. One thing I wanted to tell y'all for sure that is a big change, and this was not our choice, but they told us our final exams have to be synchronous, meaning like you will need to take, oh, there we go. So you'll need to be taking your final the day you're assigned. So really before this, I've been doing tests basically just in a window. So it didn't really matter if you did it, if you were red day, if you were blue day. For finals, it's going to be different. So I have the final exam schedule. Okay. And I sent this out in
I can tell whether I'm muting myself or not.
You can mute yourself if you want. If you have questions, you don't have to mute yourself though. I was just showing. So make sure you know when you are going to be taking the final. And I'm trying to tell y'all this really early on because we've been told by administration that if you don't do your final on the day that you're scheduled to take it, that you have to get a 0 on it and then take it when you get back from Christmas break. So make sure you know what class you're in. Okay, and I'm gonna post this again. I'm sending out those weekly newsletters. I don't know if y'all read them or not, but I've been sending them out. I'm gonna send another one this week, and I'm also going to have it on Canvas. But I just really want to make sure everyone knows early on you have to take the final. And this was not a Miss Safford decision. This was Oak Ridge High School principals told us we have to have you take your final on the day that you are assigned to take it. So I did want to make sure y'all knew that. So yeah, we don't have too much time left here in the year, kind of ending.
You're just gonna roll what I made for you.
I
did fix that.
I don't know if that was a question or not, or an accidental unmute. Not sure. Okay, so that'll be so now the extra credit projects are up and ready. You can start doing them today. The last day that's going to be available is going to be the 10th, and we have our test coming up next week. Whether you're red or blue, it'll be open through the 17th and the 18th. And then today was actually our last like lecture video day. And then next time we're going to be doing some review. So I will have let's see. What day is the last day for the marking period? The last day for the marking period is going to be the 10th. And then after that, December the 10th. And then after that, it's final exams, which are a whole different schedule. So that's kind of when the semester's ending. Final exams are a whole separate grade out from your 9 weeks grade. So yeah, it's kind of coming to a close. It goes really, really fast, I feel like, after Halloween. As far as today, was everyone okay with percent composition? Did everyone understand what we're doing today? Do we want examples from the homework? Are we okay? Yes, we want examples, or yes, we understand.
Examples.
Examples, okay. So percent composition, I'll show y'all what I actually am doing with my in-person students real quick. I'm gonna go grab them. Okay, so because percent composition, it's really just like, and I tried to draw this badly on my video, but percent composition is if we thinking about, we'll pretend our atoms are like this snack mix, right? So I'm gonna get a bag. To show y'all. Okay, I'm just gonna grab some random amount of snack mix. I didn't get any of the chocolate chips.
They sound great. What?
I mean, my
That's what I
snack
just
mix.
make.
Okay, so I'm gonna show y'all my snack mix here, and that will hopefully make percent composition a little bit easier. Point it down. There we go. Okay, so here we've got some Fruit Loops and chocolate chips and marshmallows. Okay, and then we're gonna do the percent composition of this snack mix here. Okay, so first I want to count how many of each item I have, right? So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I got 18 Fruit Loops. I have 4 chocolate chips, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I have 12 12 marshmallows. So I said, okay, I'm gonna write this down. Okay, got 18 Fruit Loops, 12 marshmallows, and 4 chocolate chips. Okay. I already calculated the average mass. This is like on the periodic table, how everything has an average atomic mass. I calculated the average mass earlier with a calculator. Each Fruit Loop weighed 0.4. Each marshmallow weighed 0.6, and each chocolate chip weighed 0.5. Okay, so then I'm going to get the total mass of the items. And I'm just going to multiply. So I'm going to say 18 times 0.4. Got my calculator. And so I'm going to say 18 times 0.4. That's going to equal 7.2. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing for the next one. I'm going to say I have 12 marshmallows and they weigh 0.6 grams. So I'm going to say 12 times 0.6, which also equals 7.2. That's a coincidence. And I'm going to say 4 times 0.5 because that's how many chocolate chips I had. Okay. And that's equal to 2. Okay. So this is exactly like what you do with our percent composition, right? So I'm going to add together the total number of items. So I'm going to say 18 plus 12 plus 4. And that equals 34. I have 34 total items.
That must be it about.
All right. I got 34 total items. And then see how I did the masses over here? So I'm just going to do, like I added them all together. I'm going to add 7.2 plus 7.2 plus 2.
Oh.
So my total mass is 16.4. Now we can get our percent composition, just like we did on our homework today. Our percent composition is just part over whole. So, come on, focus camera. There we go. It says, what is the percent composition by mass of the mixture? So you get your total mass of each item and divide it by the total mass of our mixture. So for example, for Fruit Loops, okay, for Fruit Loops, my total mass of Fruit Loops was 7.2. Okay, so I'm going to say 7.2 divided by the total mass of the mixture. Okay, there, right there, that's 16.4. So I'm going to write out my work. And then I'm going to multiply that by 100 to give me my percentage. So I had 43.9% Fruit Loops. Okay. All right. So my percent composition for marshmallows, I'm going to do the same thing.
Oh, I'm back.
You didn't understand a word that I said. Okay. Is it that you don't hear the volume? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, you can hear me? Okay. Sorry. All right. So then our last one, we're going to do the same thing. So obviously we have the same for marshmallows. And our chocolate chips, we're going to do the same thing, right? We've got 2 divided by 16.4 for our percent chocolate chips, and then we're going to multiply it by 100. So you're going to say 2 divided by 16.4 times 100. That will give me my percent composition of chocolate chips. All right. So that is going to be 12.195. All right. So this is the exact same thing that you do on your homework, right? It's just easier to think about it with real world items. Okay. So I'll grab a packet and I'll do one of the homework ones so you can see that too. Okay. So our homework, I'm going to go to my percent composition worksheet. Okay, so that's what percent composition is. I'm going to do this problem right here. It says, what is the percent composition by mass of magnesium in magnesium phosphate? Okay, so the first thing we want to be thinking about is that we need to figure out the formula for magnesium phosphate. Because if you can't get the formula, you're not going to be able to get the percent composition, right? So I'm going to flip y'all down again here. Oh, too far. Okay. I wonder if I can get it to reverse. That would be good. Oop, not that. I just wanted it to reverse. Oh, well, we'll do it this way. Okay. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is find the formula. Okay, so magnesium phosphate, that is going to be a 4-step formula. Okay, step 1, we want to get our symbols. My symbol for magnesium is Mg. Next one, phosphate. Notice it is phosphate, right? It is not phosphite. It is not phosphide. So if we're thinking phosphate, we got to look at our polyatomic ion list. So there is phosphate. It is PO4 with a -3 charge. And while we're over here looking at the periodic table, we're going to go ahead and look for magnesium. That has a +2 charge. So phosphate is a -3 and magnesium is a +2. Okay. And with those ionic compounds, we know we have to crisscross. So the 2 is going to come over here, and the 3 is going to go over here. All right, now we need to do the molar mass, just like we were doing before. So in order to figure out the molar mass, we got to have your periodic table. So we need to get the mass of the magnesium. How many magnesiums do we have? We've got 3. Okay, so I'm going to write this Mg. We've got 3 of the magnesiums, and then we need to look at their weights. For that, it's not a number you make up. It's not any random number. It's actually on the periodic table. So we're going to grab a periodic table. And I have one back here, which I should probably just tear off. That would make that easier. Okay. Magnesium. Mg has a weight of 24.305. Sorry about this shaky view here. So we're going to multiply them just like we did with our trail mix. Okay, so you're going to say 24.305 times 3. And that is equal to 72.915. And we got to do the same thing for the rest of the compound. Okay, so for the phosphorus, we actually have 2 of them because this 2 is going to distribute. Okay, so we've got to do the same thing. We're going to say the P, we've got 2 of them, since that 2 distributes, 2 times, we're going to get the weight for the P. That is, that's a very blurry picture, but that is 30.974. Okay, put that in the calculator. And that's going to be 61.948. Okay. Last one, we got to get that oxygen, right? Some of these take a while. How many oxygens we have? Once again, we got to distribute. That 2 is going to distribute, which means we multiply. 4 times 2 is 8. So we have 8 oxygens, and we're going to multiply it by the weight of oxygen, which is 15.999. We all see that from the periodic table. There it is. Okay. So I'm going to see 15.999 times 8. So that is 127.992. Okay. So our total molar mass right here, we got to add up all those numbers. So I'm going to need to add up this number, and this number to get my total molar mass. Okay, that's the total. So I'm going to add those together. And that is going to be 262.855. Now, this question is asking about the composition percentage of magnesium, okay? So once again, just like the trail mix, it's part divided by whole times 100. The part that is magnesium is 72.915. The whole is the total molar mass, that 262.8552, okay? So part divided by whole times 100. So 72.915 divided by times 100. There's my work. Part divided by whole. So I'm going to say so my percent composition of magnesium is 27.74. I'm going to round it up. 27.74. %. So that is percent composition. So hopefully that was helpful And the rest of them are similar to that on the worksheet. So we all feeling okay with percent composition? They're lengthy. I'm not gonna lie to you. They take a while, but they're not that hard. They're just long. Any other?
Didn't realize you that helpful.
Any other questions about percent composition? No?
No, ma'am.
All right. Well, I will hopefully I'm always, of course, here if you need me by email or on Canvas or on my Google Voice. And hopefully we're all good with our dates and our calendars and extra credit projects. Okay. All right. If no one has any other questions, then I think probably we'll jump off for today. Make sure you take your Canvas quiz. Your Canvas quiz, your next one today is 4.4. And then remember, we're almost done with this unit. So our test is coming up. Once again, your test is next week. It's on the 17th and 18th. Okay. If no one has any other questions, go ahead. Feel free to log off, or if you want to stay on and ask a question.
No questions. Bye-bye.